Good morning. It's Wednesday, July 2, 2025 at about 10 o'clock. I'm all packed up, ready to move on to the next campsite near between Sedona and Flagstaff. Oh, wow. It looks smoky in a far off direction over there. I don't smell anything, but yeah, it looks like smoke. I don't know if you can see it real low hanging in that. Anyhow, like I said, packed up, ready to go. Beautiful stay. That's all for now. There's a deer. Oh, he just stepped away. Camera shy. There he goes. Oh, well. There's another one. There's several of them out there. I don't know if you can see that one peeking through. He's gone now too. Oh, no, there he is. Deers. Goodbye, deers. Let me back up. Two of them right together. By that tree. Between those trees. I don't know if you can see. It's weird because I can't see them in the screen at all. Why not? Oh yeah, I kinda do. Should be behind that tree. For crying out loud. I can't see them on the screen. So I don't know if I'm taking their picture or if they're taking mine. Well, sure, I can see them now. Two of them. Bye-bye. There's an apple tree right there. Crab apple tree. And way off in the distance, that's where I'm going, I guess. That's where the road goes. This is quite scenic. I think that's Jerome. I don't know though. Well, that town that I was approaching was actually Jerome, and down in the valley is a cottonwood or something like that. Passed through them, and I noticed up there on the hillside is a fire. It was flaming up there just a second ago. Up there putting it out right now, but I see the flames. That's a shame. It's not where I was. I came down a bit of a distance from that. As far as I know, I never like to see that kind of stuff on the mountains. This is you can see the flames flaring up in that. Hope those are not structures going up. fire in flame. Anyway, I'll take a panorama around a little bit. Jeez, I wish I could see. Big old valley. Looking around the other way. I'll be heading into Sedona sometime soon. Beautiful drive down here. Very exciting through the mountain roads. That's all for now. Okay. Shucks, I don't know what time it is. I'll be back. Yeah, I like this phone. It's 620. I don't know if it worked right that time, but I tried to pause it and then start up again. Yeah, I got it all set up here. I'm almost done. Just north of Sedona. And this is incredible. Of course, it's just another forest, but I think I'm a little higher in elevation this time. It's much cooler. But then it was raining, so I can't say for sure. But this is a different kind of campground. It's just open camping all along this road. There are spots with turnoffs. No fire rings, just stacks of rocks. No site markers. No numbers on the sites. Just pull off wherever you can and camp. I haven't seen any indication of how long you can camp. I'm going to assume it's 2 weeks. Got a real nice view. Looking out the back window. A little window there. With the rainfly. It's a bigger window than that, but the rainfly shelters it. Sun's out. It's beautiful. Beautiful. What this tent wears me out. I think it's starting to wear itself out. I notice some of the slots for the poles are starting to have rip spots. Might have to repair that somehow. The nylon fabric is wearing through where you stick the poles through, because you're supposed to have 2 people. And that's, with 2 people, you could insert the poles. And the poles have to curve. They curve through that slot underneath that rain fly. And one person can't curve the pole as you put it in. I struggle with getting that in there through that curved tent. A straight pole through a curved tent. And then you gotta finagle it, which is not good. And that's probably why it's wearing out in the spots where I have forced it a little too much. And yeah, there's the old trusty porta potty. I'll just cut that out. Although I got a lot of respect for that. That thing costs next to nothing, I think, and works better than anything I've had. It just works. And don't start looking down and picking up trash. Not yet, anyway. I'm going to relax. Well, I went to a Safeway in Sedona. I'll have to compare prices after a while. I think that place is got to be extremely expensive. I mean, there's one road, and that's it. 89A. And it goes through the most torturous road that I've been on yet. And it's the only way in and out of that little town. So it does have an airport somewhere. I've seen passenger planes. So yeah, If you got money, I guess you can just fly into Sedona. Cheapers. What a life, huh? Anyhow, that's all for now. 7:30 a.m. July 3, 2025. I'm somewhere north of Sedona. It's overcast, breezy, and chilly. Something I haven't had in years. Yeah, it's funny what you miss. It's kind of nice here. It's more wide open sky, smaller trees. I'm up higher elevation. I think I'm at 6,500 feet. And if you could get up a little bit higher, you would have one heck of a view. I haven't done any hiking yet. Just got up here yesterday and got set up late yesterday evening, and it's going to rain. It's going to thunderstorm, as a matter of fact. They predict in a few hours, 2 or 3 hours, and be like this most of the day, I think. I think tomorrow is supposed to clear up for the 4th of July. That'll be nice. This place is way out here, but it's quite populated. I guess it's a major thoroughfare, and it's a beautiful country, and a lot of people come here. So I'll keep my fingers out of the view. Anyhow, I've got a few neighbors. This was one rough road coming in. I almost got stuck. This little van, it's just not it's not intended for this stuff. It can't climb any kind of a grade, and gravel. It just the front wheel drive. There's no traction. All the weight's in the back or something. There's no traction up front. So, and it's got a little clearance, ground clearance. But it got me here, and it'll get me back. Yeah, it's getting windy. The tent should hold up fine. For the first time, I was able to use some stakes, drive some stakes in the ground. There's actual dirt up here. You can probably hear the wind. It's pretty weird. There hasn't been any fires allowed in a long time. I guess that's not evidence of recent fire, but nobody's supposed to be making fires anywhere. Although now, since it rained, I don't think it rained enough to affect anything. It's going to have to rain regular for a while before they let up on the fire restrictions, because fires are no good. Anyhow, that's all for now. It's July 3rd, about 4 o'clock, and it's raining. Now this kind of rain is nice. I like this. I was out there in it. I got a little bit wet. Sprinted back here. Earlier it rained, but it stormed. It blew pretty hard and had me thinking about my life choices. So this tent held up pretty good. The guy wires needed to be reset, but nothing tore apart. It's just started to collapse a little bit. And it's a pretty cheap tent. It's not meant to be storm worthy, I guess, but it held up pretty well. I'm quite happy with it, and if it doesn't storm again, this is just nice rain. This will do everything good. It hadn't rained up here either for a long time, I guess. but you know, from all the fire warnings and no fire allowed signs and all. So now this is the second day in a row with pretty good rain. Although the dirt and everything dries up real quick. It's been quite dried down deep, I suppose. But this is pretty good. Boy, this is a busy place. A lot of people coming and going up this road. I imagine this road would be hard to navigate and I wouldn't get down it very far, but there are motorhomes and everything going by me. Yeah, well, that's tough. I'm not going to do it. I'd like to take a trip down the extent of it, but the map doesn't show it very well. It kind of disappears and goes off to confusing places. And this, I am at the pretty much top of a, it's, I don't know if it's a mountain, but it's a rise. I'm at 6,500 feet. And it feels like it's the top of this particular peak, and the rest of it, there's, in the direction I'm looking, there's a, you can't see it much, but there's a, what do you call that? Canyon that goes from right to left. It's the main water drain, and I guess, I don't know that it goes to Sedona. It might. It seems like I followed one all the way here. But I don't know if it is. It might be a contributary to it. But anyway, you could walk over that direction down there. And I'm a little bit farther from it. If you go down this road more, continue, you get close to that edge, so you can be overlooking that canyon, I think. This is a place I'm going to have to keep coming back to. You know, that's just what these people are doing. There are people coming in here with small campers and van conversions and just, you know, they're setting up, you'll see a group of 3 or 4 pickup trucks just packed to the gills with families and equipment. So they came here, this is their regular holiday stomping grounds. I'm sure they come up here often. And the ones that have been here around me, they have come and gone. I'm going to be here for a while, but I guess most people have homes. Unlike me, this might be my home. This will be one of my homes. I'll put it that way. This might be, and I well, now this is a beautiful view. Big old canyon. Up there is the continuation of the road that I'm on. I'm back up in that direction. Not too far, quarter mile, if that. Actually, this is incredible. That's got to be 2,000 feet down, maybe more. I don't know. I'll check it on the Google Earth, maybe. Looks like a little bit of hazy smoke at the foot of the rocks way over there. Don't know that for a fact. Don't know anything for a fact anymore. This is not a real cliff that I'm on, but it's a pretty steep drop. So I'm happy with staying back here. It might drop off real quick, right down there. Beautiful day. Yes, sir. Pretty tall mountain peaks in the distance. Well, that's all for now. 5:30 a.m. Tuesday, July 8, 2024. Sunrise. Somewhere near Prescott. And no, say that again. Somewhere between Prescott and Flagstaff. Beautiful sunrise. It rained yesterday afternoon, buddy. We've had rain up here now. There is plenty. Why am I taking it this way? Oh well. Maybe it's a short. Beautiful morning. Ha ha ha! Because I have a remote control. I'm trying this. Trouble is, now I can't use this camera on the tripod while that's on there. And I have a little remote control for this one. It just came with a little. I bought a selfie stick for the phone. That part of that tripod. Never mind. Anyway, this part of it works. See, pause, resume. Yes, it resumed. If it paused, then it resumed. Otherwise, it just kept going. Don't care. That looks pretty good that way. From here, it looks like it should be. Oh well. Just trying things out. Got no tools out here. Just got my Swiss Army knife. I made that with my Swiss Army knife. All it was cutting little pieces of plastic to work as kind of like shims for the grips. Pretty slow day. I'm kind of liking it. It's hard to focus and concentrate on things that I'm doing because I still need to do stuff on the computer, and that's frustrating me. Everything about Windows 11 is different, so I'm struggling with that. Struggling with trying to learn new editing and that's everything's. Anyway, I'm not getting much content, video content, but I would like to, but nothing I can do about it. Doing my best. Nobody's watching this stuff. Who cares anyway? I think Jack, maybe. I haven't heard from Jason in a while. He's busy. He's probably moving. He's in the process of moving, I guess. Yep. I did get a little video blurb of a turkey wandering around back there. Wild turkey. Yes, sir. If you could get away from people far enough out here in this kind of environment, you might be able to make a go of it. You'd have to get in far and then be able to travel out to get to a store, because I don't think you could support yourself totally by hunting turkeys and deer. It would take years to get set up to do that stuff, and lots of money. You can't just jump into it. No, you need years of knowledge and practice and hundreds of thousands of dollars. I guess maybe $100,000 could set you up with enough equipment to survive. But that'd probably be the minimum, because you'd need lots of solar power. Because in order to preserve food, you'd have to refrigerate it. And you need power. There's just no way to get around it. To make this stuff feasible, you'd need power. In the olden days, they didn't have power, but they had a hard life. That's all they did was subsistence living, just to stay alive. You live to stay alive, and you work hard at it. And I don't want to do that. If I have a choice, I want to sit back and drink beer and make videos of turkeys, wildlife. And of course, I bought that doggone pine sol. Read in multiple places online, yeah, bears hate pine. So use pine sol, spray on pine sol on stuff. Well, it's not made out of pine oil anymore. So I don't know. Yeah, the stuff I bought doesn't. I knew it didn't smell like pine sol. It smells nice. Pine sol is a really pungent aroma. But that stuff, I kind of, after I bought it and opened it, thought, oh, this isn't like what I remember. Well, it's not. It's not what I remember. It's fake. It's artificial. And I doubt if the bears, that kind of puzzled me anyway. Bears live out here in a piney forest, but they don't like pine. What's up with that? Pine is supposed to keep them away? I mean, it's all you smell out here is pine. But anyway, I've got a bottle of pine sol. I'm going to have to buy some pine oil if I can. Work that out and mix up my own bear repellent. But in the meantime, shoot. I wonder if this pauses or turns it off. Let's turn it off. Yep, it turns it on and off. Good morning. It's 9 a.m. Friday, July 11, 2025. And I'm still up here outside of Flagstaff. Dead quiet this morning. Clear and bright. Hardly a breath of air. Beautiful air though. Just no wind. That's a relief. Sometimes the wind up here gets pretty brisk. When the sun comes out, you get those convection currents and you get blown about a little bit. Everything's going fine. Everything's marvelous. Nothing's breaking. Everything's fairly well going according to plan. Although, uh, this whole California thing, uh, just yesterday, I believe, I came to the conclusion that, well, the amount of time that I spent driving here, I could have just got on I-10 and gone west to uh, California Interstate 5 north and been up to Bakersfield in the same amount of time or something close to that. And then right after that, I watched the news reports, and doggone if they're not having even more turmoil in and around LA, which is where I would be traveling through approximately. So, now I don't know. I had just decided, yeah, I'll just do that next trip. But there is no way I want to drive anywhere near LA. So I don't know what to do about that. Then otherwise, then it's a long way around if I don't do that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to wind up doing. I might not even go to California. I might just stay here in Arizona. I am pretty well motivated to see more than Arizona, though. That was the original plan. I put a lot of time and money into this van just to do that. And to not do it now for some reason is just like a loss. I absolutely hate what's going on in my country. But again, there's nothing I can do about it. Got to put it into perspective. The camping thing is pretty good. The tent thing is pretty good. I do look at these bigger, more expensive rigs going by, pulling trailers, thinking, well, yeah, that would be sure nice. But there's no getting around it. I get 24 miles a gallon in a relatively new, modern at least, vehicle that has been maintained professionally. I don't want to go back to the older stuff that I can afford. I love having that other van, that GMC. I could put a fuel pump in that, and it would be as good as it ever was for me, except it gets 14 miles a gallon. And things will break consistently now. I know that. Things will start needing constant repair. It already has been doing that. And the dealerships, it just aggravated me so bad. The last dealership I went into dealerships constantly to get that thing maintained. One time they did right by me. I said I want all of the service done on this up to this point. I want all the fluids drained and flushed. I want radiator flushed, oil flushed, all that done. Transmission fluid flushed, not just drained, but flushed. And they did it, and I was happy with that. But from then on, trying to get the steering fixed Impossible. They refused to do it. And they lied to me about it. I would go in and I would tell them, look, it's not about the ball joints. It's not about the linkages. It's about the steering column, ball joint for tilt wheel, tilt steering. That ball joint needs replaced. They would not do it. Then the last time I took it in for service to have, I forget exactly what specific thing, I made an appointment. I told them in the appointment, filling out for the appointment, exactly what I wanted and what I needed. I got there and drove in at the appropriate time, and the service manager looked at me and said, well, what can we do for you? And that took me back. I went, I'm here for service. Oh, no? And he looked at the van over. He said, well, there's nobody here that knows how to work on this. He won't be in until Monday. And it'll take a week for him to get to it. So you have to leave it here for a week or more. I had made an appointment with the fuckers. So I left, and I kept that appointment and never came back. Screw them people. GMC dealership. And that's the thing, I can't get it serviced. And the thing is, I haven't taken this Dodge to a dealership yet either. But I'm counting on being able to, and just saying, hey, look, it's time for service. Do it. And not have to put up with any bullshit or turning their nose up at me because of its 25-year-old vehicle. I want it serviced. Do it. And do it according to the schedule. I made it. Yeah, okay. Anyhow. Revenge addiction. That's what was driving that whole diatribe just now, I think. Getting angry for things that I think people did to me. And wanting to get back at them. That whole adrenaline and dopamine and that whole brain chemistry thing, and whether or not it's actual or just imaginary, I had the same reaction thinking about revenge on those people. Ha! Forgive them. I forgive all the auto mechanics in the world. I forgive you. But it's not about you. It's about me. And my health. Yep. Okay, well, anyway. I said this is the 11th. Yeah. If I got to get back by the 17th, I'll figure, this is Friday, that'll be a Thursday, payday. So if I leave out of here the 16th, 5 more days. I suppose I can do 5 more days and just jump in this thing and take I-17. I would go 10 miles to Flagstaff, get on I-17, and go down I-17, and then maybe shortcut around Phoenix. I don't know yet. Phoenix can be bad, especially if they're doing road repair. If you get traffic jams backed up for a long way through Phoenix, through the area there. But I could, I'm sure there's a rest area that I could stop at. Maybe spend the night in a rest area on 17. And just go all the way to I-10. What the heck? Just a little bit of extra gas. extra time, maybe. But it'll just be like remote control driving. Won't be hard and not working. Satellite dish is working fine. Um, ordered stuff from Amazon. It'll be there when I get back. There's some more stuff I need to buy. Because I go into Walmart. I went into the Walmart superstore. I was lost. That whole place is huge. And, of course, even the aisles are labeled and everything. But I don't know how things are organized and separated out. And I go there to find speakers. My God, what is just computer speakers? You know, a Radio Shack used to have those. I could go to a Radio Shack, just reach over and grab one off the shelf and pay for it for $10. You know, but not so nowadays. I did order some of that. That was one of the things I ordered, so I could listen to videos and whatnot online without having to have those headphones on. Because you can't hear anything else. You put headphones on and you're like, I have no idea what's going on around me outside. That's not good. Oh, need to buy some more pants and whatnot. The main thing is, what's working is that it's 25 degrees cooler here than it is down in Brenda. Many times as much as 27 degrees cooler than down in. It was 114 according to the published websites, but I know where I lived it was 115 at least, and it was like 90 here. Loving it. Still, I'm in shade. My solar panels are in shade. I guess it doesn't matter a whole lot. I'm still 80% charge every morning. I still don't get down below. I've never seen 50% on that big battery. I should probably let it go down like that one time. See what happens, how it charges, see how it handles it all. Maybe. That Dustbuster, I suppose it's okay, but it is sure a whole lot weaker than the original one I had that Jace bought me. This thing just is so wimpy. The motor is pretty slight, and it just doesn't doesn't rev up, and the fan on that thing is tiny, so it doesn't really. The other one I used to, this one just, what the hey, man? It's supposed to have all this new high-tech battery. I'll bet that's part of it. It's got a lithium-ion battery, where the other one had probably NiCad batteries, which are very good higher voltage output batteries. Very good batteries, just not so long-lived. And probably you know the story. Nothing gets better, or very few things get better. Everything gets junkier and more expensive. I don't like that about the new I wish there was more wildlife. But my God, after the 4th of July weekend, people shooting guns up here. This place was, if there's a deer within 10 miles of this place, it's dead. Otherwise, they scattered. They took off. There would be no reason for a deer to be within 10 miles of this place. I did like seeing that turkey strut, though. That was a good-looking female turkey. Nice and plump. See, there are just certain aspects of this kind of life that just, because I don't know for sure, but really do appeal to me. Like, living out here, and I don't mean 100%, I mean, still having an income and still going into civilization, but living out someplace far enough and being isolated enough where you could interact with wildlife, like, you know, feeding the deer and the turkeys, and keeping track of the bears, and having the resources of trees, and then interacting and maybe even harvesting a deer, a few turkeys. To just be a part of it. You know? I don't mean living off the land. I mean supplementing your lifestyle, supplementing your diet with nature, by growing a garden. "58 inches in circumference, 15 in diameter." And taller than all get out. And that's just one of many. Okay then, I'm preparing to leave out of here in the next day or two anyway. I just wanted to give a report. I've been staying on National Forest Road 535, about 10 miles south of Flagstaff. All in all, I won't be coming back here. It's too crowded. During the week, it's not too bad, but the weekends are intolerable. It's too close to the city. Howdy ho, neighbors. Well, it's Sunday afternoon, about I don't know, maybe 2:30, something like that. It's clouding up. I get these notifications from the Weather Channel about the Flagstaff weather. I keep getting these notifications that the thunderstorms are about to end, or ending soon. It must be raining over there and coming this way, I suppose, maybe. But I just wanted to say that the whole feeling of this place has changed in 6 hours. The people here have totally ruined this place for me. I've been here for, I'm going to guess, say 10 days. 2 weekends I spent here. 4th of July weekend and this weekend. They were both nightmares. 4th of July weekend, I have never heard so much gunshot since I left the Army. Just everybody around here shooting guns. They had to be shooting in the air. And these high-powered ATVs, a nightmare, just constantly. There's a straightaway starting right here and then going up the hill. They'd start here at the bottom of the hill and just floor it and roar as fast as they could. These 4-seat dragster style ATVs, high power engines, no mufflers, ripping up this road. And plus playing loud music when they do it with big speakers in these ATVs. Meant for cross country ATVs, loudspeakers, big boomers. God, I hate that part of it. But they've a lot of them have left. See, the thing is, there are not as many people as I thought. Just the ones that were here were extremely obnoxious. The same, maybe 5 groups, 5 people, 5 handsful. A couple kids on 2 of them, just constantly ripping around here on smaller ones, just loud rip. One cut through right over here behind me. You can probably see. Yes, you can see. I just looked outside and there was this little kid on a ATV right there in my campsite, ripping through. And they were constantly using this as their, I think they stayed in campsite down the way, came up here to make noise. And up farther is where a lot of the big rigs have come from. But there weren't that many. There were, I would say, 10 groups up that way, higher, with all the high-powered ATVs and a few Class A's and lots of pickups. Just the pickup bed loaded, brimming with stuff packed in. Like they had just thrown everything they owned in the back of a pickup truck and come out here to celebrate the weekend. But now, it would be almost worth staying here. But I'm out of water. I've been here long enough. I've made plans. I want to get back. So I'm out of water. Like I said, I got about a little more than a half gallon of drinking water. And so tomorrow morning, I got to pack up and leave. I'll stay here tonight, tomorrow morning, leave. Monday, be there Monday afternoon. After a nice leisurely drive through Phoenix. Maybe not. I don't know which way I'll take. Yes, I do. I'm going to go up north a little bit, 10 miles to Flagstaff, get on I-17, go I-17 to just before Phoenix, and then there's Highway 74 that kind of cuts across, zigzags to Highway 60, and I'm living on Highway 60 eventually, so I'll just take that route. It'll just be highway driving, and I don't care. I'm ready for it. That way I can stop at McDonald's or rest areas or whatever I need to do on the way, and not have to contend with these wonderful scenic drives I've taken. It has been amazing. I hope I never forget the drive to get here. Amazing drive. Of course, I wish I had somebody to share it with. Somebody that would be sitting there tending a camera, taking videos of this gorgeous country. But that has never been my way. I don't know why. I would like to, but I just haven't done it. Yeah, that's a thundercloud. I can hear it thunder, and it's coming this way right over top of me. We need some more rain. Plus, it's getting too quiet here. My goodness. Don't know what to do with myself. That way. Every time I look at Google Earth, there's nothing out there eventually but wide open country. This road starts splitting off and dispersing into nothingness out there. And it does look like there's some kind of high plateau out there with no trees, just wide openness, where maybe that's where people go to gather. I'm not sure about that. I wouldn't want to go there. It looks to me like hell lost its hair out there. Just whoosh, it's gone. Nothing there. But, maybe there's a lake of some type at the top of a mountain. I don't know what it is. I'm not going out there with this van, that's for sure. This van did good getting me this far. I'll take it back and give it some love. Here comes the rain. I think I'll cut it off and step inside. Hail! The hail, you say? Oh, you gotta love it. It's supposed to be 108 down in Brenda right now. There's a lot of hail in that quarter-inch size. It's starting to accumulate. So I continued walking after seeing the deer, and right over here is a really nice campsite for a group if you could get back here. This is a very nice level spot right here. Several spots that would share. It opens up pretty well, pretty nice back here. Pretty nice level. Could have a nice group holiday back here. I'll go look at the entrance, see what it's like. This is not too bad. I wouldn't do it, but there's a slope to it. Doesn't show up too much, but kind of rocky, but very doable for most any kind of Jeep, four-wheel drive, UTV, or whatever. I'm back down that way a little ways. Several spots up here open. Yeah, this looks like a nice long straightaway. That's why they do that rip down here as fast as they can thing. I think I'll continue a little bit farther. People are still leaving. Most of the a-holes are gone, but these little are still here.